Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2022 IFBB Pro League Nashville Fit Show Pro Bikini and Pro Masters Bikini results. Look at these beautiful women in gorgeous purple suits. Oh, it was an amazing show. And as a reminder, I've got one more recap from the weekend coming, the Max Fit Pro. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that recap. Now, in terms of Olympia, this is a tier 4. So the winner qualifies, 2nd through 5th receive the points at the bottom, and at the end of the qualification period, the top 3 bikini athletes go to Olympia. Now, unfortunately, it's not the Masters portion of this, just the Open that do earn those points for Olympia. Okay, so in terms of Open Bikini, in first place, Vanya, 2nd, Amy, 3rd, Jody, 4th, Eureka, and 5th, Jordan. So Jordan, once again, top 5 in her amazing turquoise suit. It is so striking on her. She's got like the perfect beachy blonde hair. I think her posing is beautiful, really shows off her delt. And the tan is my favorite of all of the shows. Favorite lighting, favorite tan. Like she just looks dark and gorgeous and just showcases all of that conditioning. I really like the detail that she has in her hip. I think she's got some gorgeous lines coming through on her quad here, a little bit of detail in the back leg, and she just looks stunning. I really have nothing more to say other than she looks awesome. Love this delt. I think she's showing it off even better than she was here. It just looks really round, really full, and great conditioning, great tiny waist. She's just awesome. Love it. Okay, next, Eureka in 4th. Amazing. We just saw her at the Pacific. So another top 5, and she looks so incredible. I love the size of her legs. She's got some amazing hamstrings, really nice size in her glute, great shape, really round, tiny waist, really good abs, and a great hourglass shape. I do definitely notice the curve on her back in the lineup. She stands out to me for that beautiful S shape. I love the color of her suit. I love her long dark hair. I do think she could go a little darker on the foundation just so it matches the tan a bit more, but otherwise I think she looks stunning. All right, Jody in 3rd. She has so many top 5s. She's doing incredible. And I think her conditioning at this show was like crazy. Next level. She's by far got the most detail of anybody else in the top 5. A lot of definition coming through in this quad. Crazy detail in her hip. I think she has to be careful. You know, it's still bikini at the end of the day. You don't want to be too conditioned and have too much detail coming through. I love it myself, but you know, you got to just be careful. I think she's got a gorgeous curve to her glute and a really nice amount of curve on her hamstring as well. She also has some nice size in her legs. Beautiful curve, nice shoulders. It's funny, her legs look super, super detailed, but there's a little bit more softness in her arms. So it's a nice balance overall, but I think she looks amazing. I have no doubts that she's going to keep her spot at the top of the points, and she's doing really great. All right, next in 2nd place is Amy. Amazing as well. So this is another competitor that I really noticed that hourglass shape. She's got a super tiny waist and really quite broad on top. So very exaggerated S curve with a really nice size. And I love how she's got a good amount of curve and roundness at the top of her glute in this sideways facing pose. So I think she's got a really great shape, again with the fabulous hamstrings, nice size in her legs, a bit of detail coming through on the back quad, nice groove on her hip, but not too much, not overly conditioned. So I think she really has a great balance. Super small waist and great posing. I found that at the Tampa, maybe it was just the angle of where the photographer was, but her arm was definitely too close to her glute, but I like it. With a little bit more space, you really notice that shape. So super impressed. She's doing amazing. And now Vanya in first place. I know a lot of people will be super excited. We've been cheering for her all along. She's got her Olympia qualification and she looks really good. She's consistently good. Always has great conditioning, really small waist, beautifully chiseled obliques. Like that line is so firm, really nice roundness and fullness in her delts. Her posing is like identical every single show. Clearly she practices that like crazy. And she does a great job of showing off the shape of her glute and her hamstrings. She's got a really nice amount of size, but also some really good curves in her legs. I really like this back hamstring as well. And then the suit is perfect. It is so beautiful. It's a great color on her. She matches her makeup really nicely to it with the blush and the eyeshadow. And she just nailed it. She did really good. Okay, so everybody side by side, I know it's a little bit zoomed in, but you can see the difference in the physiques and just the difference in everybody's shape and the conditioning. So first of all, Jordan stands out because of the turquoise. I love it. My eye is drawn to it. It's so bright and it looks really good with her blonde hair. Then I'm also drawn to both Amy and Eureka and how amazing their hourglass shapes really show with this backdrop, right? Like they just stand out with those curves. The next thing I notice is Jodi's conditioning. I think she looks super hard, lots of detail. I love it. And then with Vanya, what I notice is that she's a lot more petite than, the two girls on either side of her. Her legs are a little smaller, not quite as broad across the shoulders as Amy, and yet she's got really nice balance. So her shoulders match really well with her lower body. The glute is lined up really nicely with this shoulder, beautiful curves. And just the way she's posing, she looks really natural. She looks really confident. And I think it was a really beautiful top 5. Okay, so from behind, wow. I really notice Eureka's beautiful quad sweep. She's got some great size in her legs. I also noticed Jodi's hamstrings. The definition is just killer. Vanya, I think, has really nice curve to the sweep of her quads from the side. They look really nice with the size of her glutes, and her glutes they're almost glowy. Like, I don't know whether the lighting was perfectly on her since she was in the center, but her glutes just look really round, just beautifully shaped, really nice curves on the side. And I like how strongly they're defined here on the edges. And then you've got a really nice glute ham tie-in and a really nice small waist. So her hourglass looks fabulous. Another thing that I wanted to point out was check out the difference between Amy and Eureka in terms of their hair. So they both have straight, long, dark, black hair, but I think Amy has a more flattering cut. By having it a little shorter here on the sides and a little bit more of a V shape at the bottom, I think it shows off the hourglass more than Eureka, who has it more rectangular. So hair matters, it does, but all of them look amazing. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, Vanya is now qualified. Amy was already qualified. Jodi is way up to 23. Eureka has 5, and Jordan has 12. Okay, moving on to the Masters over 40. So again, these girls don't qualify for Olympia, but they still qualify for bragging rights because this is pretty impressive. So in first place, Michelle. Second, Karen. Third, Karen. Fourth, Abby. And fifth, Kareen. So Kareen in fifth place looks beautiful in this gorgeous blue suit. She's got great definition. You've got the nice detail in this back quad, really good line coming down her leg. She's got a lovely curve to her hamstring. Nice shape here at the bottom where her glute and her hamstring come together, though I do think she could have a bit more roundness on the top part of her glute up here. But nice small waist. It's really creating a beautiful shape. And man, those are some big, beautiful, well-developed delts. So I think she did fabulous. It was a really good fifth place. Okay, in fourth place was Abby. She is stunningly beautiful. What gorgeous makeup, great hair. She's got a beautiful smile. I love the way she's posing at this show. I think it really showcases her physique even better than at the Masters World. I found that here she was a little too sideways. Here you're seeing a lot more of her stomach. You see the abs. You see that hourglass shape really coming through. And her legs look beautiful, nice curves, nice conditioning. Nothing crazy in terms of detail in that back leg, but you still have a beautiful shape coming through. You've got the line coming down her hip, nice detail down by her kneecap. So overall, I think her conditioning is really good. Her posing is really good. I think she could have more size on the glute just overall, but I think she's stunning, and I think fourth place was really fabulous, and I love the red on her. Okay, next in third place is Karen. We see her at all the Canadian shows doing fantastic. She's got an amazing glute, really great size. Like, check out how far it comes out from her body. It is really good. And I actually noticed a huge improvement in the shape as well. Like, she's really got a nice curve coming through on the top, even better than it showed at the Toronto. So whether that's she's put on more size or if she's just posing it in a way that really highlights the shape, she's doing a great job. It looks really round, really full, and really good. Nice curve here where her glute and the hamstring come together, and good conditioning. A nice amount of detail in this quad, nothing crazy in that back leg. Beautiful oblique, really nice small waist, and she's got a great hourglass as well. One suggestion, I do think Karen could have a bit more size in her legs. I think she could have more curve in the quad, for example, just a little bit more roundness. But I think she's well on her way. She's doing fantastic, and it's very exciting to see her placing so well all the time. All right, Corinne in second place. Oh, she is gorgeous. I love seeing, again, the evolution of the posing just from photo to photo. I think at that Baltimore show, it was a little too leaning. Now, of course, it's a photo. She could have straightened up a second later, but you just notice the difference. You notice that she's a little bit more leaning this way. At Tampa and Tahoe, I think the arm was a bit close to the glute. I think this is really flattering. Like, she kind of nailed it all. She's got that delicate nature in her toe. She's showing off all of the muscles in this back leg. You're seeing a nice hourglass shape, and then the arm is far enough away that you get to see the glute really well. I do think, again, this is another competitor who I think could have a little bit more size on this top part of the glute, just a little bit more roundness here. To me, my eye sees a bit more of a slope. But I do really like her conditioning. I think her abs are fantastic, super flat, great obliques. Love this groove. Love all of this detail here in her back leg. Nice hamstrings too. So just a bit more roundness and curve to the glute, and I think she's got it made. But she looks stunning, and I love that suit color as well. All right, and now in first place is Michelle. And like Vanya, she's a more petite competitor. You'll notice it in the lineup, but she really holds her own. She looks super broad and very muscular up top. You notice the delts, you notice the beautiful curves in her arms, really nice lats, super small stomach, great obliques, and then nice detail coming through on her legs. She's got a nice shape, and maybe perhaps not the largest glute of the ladies, but she's got a really nice balance between the glute and the size and shape of her legs. So she's got some good proportions. I think she could probably have this foot even a little bit more out. I think that would create even more balance with her upper body. But I love the suit. I love her hair. That soft, gentle wave looks beautiful. Her earrings are stunning. Her makeup is perfect. All right, so everybody's side by side. Wow. Holy smokes. So Corinne in second place, her posing stands out to me. I think she looks really natural. She really shows off that hourglass. Her shoulders look amazing. Her legs look great. I think Karen in third place could definitely go up on her toe. I think that would give a little bit more softness and airiness to her lower body rather than, having the 2 feet. I see she's on her toe a little bit, but I would be even more like Corrine or Karen or Abby. And then maybe you agree with me that Michelle could have a little bit more space between her legs. But I do think that everybody has some really impressive midsections. We've got some amazing obliques. Corrine in fifth, her delts really catch my eye. And this is a really impressive Masters bikini top 5. Now, from behind, this is where I see Michelle in first place. So her glutes are very large from behind. I had commented that from the side, she looked petite, but from behind, she has some good size. They're both wide, but they're also like long in a way. They really kind of stretch from her hip all the way through to her legs. So I think that's really impressive. Great size. And then the other thing that's beautiful about her back pose is the curve in her legs. So she's got a great quad sweep on the outside, but I really like the curve on the inside. I don't think anybody else really has that shape like what she has here. And it just looks really beautiful with those very large glutes, and then she's got that nice small waist and the delts that show off the hourglass shape. So I think she kind of nailed it from behind, solidified that first place. Everybody looks great. Karen's glute ham tie-ins are noteworthy. Corrine in second place, I really noticed her adductors. Abby, I think her quads look really nice from the side here. And Corrine, I think she's got a really nice roundness in her glutes. But Michelle, it's those legs that do it for me. Okay, so that wraps up the Nashville Pro. Make sure you subscribe because I've got the Max Fit Classic coming. And then this weekend, we've got the Sin City Showdown, the Tokyo Pro, and the Excalibur. So a lot more recaps to come. Please give me a like if you like this video. Comment below with your thoughts on these beautiful bikini athletes. And come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.